everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you have already subscribed, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make shepherd pie. Interested and want to see this recipe? Please keep on watching.
Cooking made easy.
For our shepherd pie, I have already washed and cut some potato. Now we are simply going to put the potatoes to boil until they are fully cooked. While our potato is cooking, we are going to start seasoning the meat. And to season the meat, I am using the organic spicy meat seasoning from LeBonGoût seasoning. This seasoning is an all-in-one, and this is the only main seasoning that I am gonna be using for this recipe. If you're interested in trying this seasoning, I'll make sure to have the link in the description below. And now I'm going to add about 2 full tablespoons of the organic spicy meat seasoning. And we are going to mix it well to make sure that the meat is fully seasoned. And after we are done mixing it, we are just going to set it aside so that the meat can fully marinate. While we have the meat marinating, this is an overview of all the ingredients we are going to be using for this recipe. We have some cream cheese, Parmesan cheese, chopped bell peppers and onion, and we have some frozen peas and carrots. And we also have some heavy cream and seasoning salt and some butter. And when we are making the sauce, we're also gonna be using some tomato sauce as well. Now that our potatoes are ready, we are going to take them off the stove, and now we are going to start making our fillings. For our filling, I am going to heat up some oil, and after I heat up some oil, we are going to add the ground beef so it can fully cook. After you add the ground beef, make sure you keep stirring so that the beef can cook evenly. When you no longer see paint, you will know that the beef is cooked. One thing about me when I'm making ground beef like that, I like to preserve all the seasoning. So I am not going to drain any water. I'm simply going to keep stirring until it is fully dry. Now that our ground beef is pretty much cooked, we are going to add our frozen peas and carrots, and we are going to mix it well together until it gets tender. And now that my veggies are into consistency that I like, they are tender and translucent. Now we are going to add the bell peppers and onion and mix that as well until they get translucent. After all the veggies are into consistency that I like, now we are going to add the tomato sauce, and then we are going to allow our sauce to simmer for 10 to 12 minutes. As you can see, I did not add no additional salt. Now I'm simply going to add a little bit of water. If you have some beef broth, feel free to use that as well. I don't like when my filling and my shepherd pie is very runny, so I added a little bit of water. And after that, we are going to place a lid back on and allow it to simmer for 10 to 12 minutes. And here is a closer look of our filling. Our filling is completely ready. Now we are going to start making our mashed potato. And for our mashed potato, it is very simple. I'm going to add some seasoning salt, some cream cheese, some heavy whipped cream, and some Parmesan cheese. When you add the heavy whipped cream and the cream cheese, not only it brings out the flavor of the mashed potato, but it also makes it extra creamy. And here is a closer look of what our mashed potato is looking like. Now that we have all our ingredients ready, now we are going to place it on the tray so that we can start baking. And I'm going to put the meat filling in the bottom and then cover it with the mashed potato on top. And after I add the mashed potato, I I'm simply going to take a spoon and make sure I spread it nicely so that I can have a nice, smooth, and finished top. And now that it is ready, we are simply going to bake it under the oven at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. What I like to do is whatever Parmesan cheese that I have left, I like to sprinkle a little bit on top. But you don't have to if you don't want to. So now we're just simply going to bake it under the oven at 400 degrees for 25 minutes. And after the 25 minutes, we take it out the oven, and this is our final recipe. Don't serve it right away. You don't want to burn yourself. Allow it to sit to cool off for a good hour before you start serving. And this is the final recipe. If you like this recipe, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. If you make this recipe, let me know what you'll do differently. Thank you guys so much for staying until the end. If you are new here, thank you for your support. If you have not subscribed, remember to get subscribed so you can be notified whenever I post a new recipe. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end, and as always guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
Cooking made easy.